Okay, so this is what it looks like when you open the application. Anything shared with you should show up here. This is where I organized all the driving jobs. And then there's another sheet that you can toggle over to just by clicking on the name, where I started to put information for other jobs. And then what you need to know about navigating a document like this is these letters represent your columns and the numbers represent your rows. If you want to add a column for any reason, you can click on the column and then go to column actions. And then these two green buttons, there's either add column before or add column after. So that just added a J column, and I'm going to go ahead and delete that. The paintbrush up here is your formatting key. So I usually stick to the cell table and then sometimes table as well. But this, you can change the font, you can make things look pretty, you can change the size if you need to. And then this button up here is to lock it. So if you want to make phone calls or catch up on emails, or you're just doing something else and you want to be able to pull information from this without changing it, you can click this and then click it again when you want to edit. So that's how you keep yourself from basically accidentally deleting information or accidentally making changes. To copy or paste something from, say, Craigslist to a spreadsheet like this, you would go out of the application, go into the internet, highlight the address, choose copy, go back into it, choose the cell where you want the information, and then when you click on it, this is your keyboard if you want to just type information in, or once the cell is highlighted, you can press paste, and it will go right there. And then I just went ahead and deleted it, but clicking on any of these cells will bring that keyboard up to type information into them. I added something called conditional highlighting to this B column here, and what that does is it makes it so that any of these places that you contact, once the entry in this column is yes, it turns the box to green. So it's a good way to keep track of who you've contacted and who you haven't. And then this column right here that says Y/N, I just didn't know what else to call it, but that's the yes and no column. And so if you highlight this column and then go into column actions, you can add a filter to it. And so I usually do my filters by text, and if this column does not contain no, it stays. I know that that seems kind of confusing, but what that means from a practical perspective is once an entry in this column says no, the row and all the information in it will disappear. Now you can remove that rule pretty easily if you ever want to get back to that information later. But as you rule out jobs, that's just a good way to get them off your spreadsheet. But maybe still hold on to the information if it's something you want to keep for later, or if you just want to keep track of the fact that it was done. So any of those entries that say no will go away. I think that's basically it. Yeah.